Hello, everybody, and welcome back to more Starladder I-League Invitational action. We are here in the European qualifier. It's Team Finem, the Greek squad, going against CIS Dota at its finest, Team Spirit, with their new fancy roster. And we are down to Game 3 hype. This is KotLGuy for Beyond the Summit. I'm going to be joined again remotely by the one and only Ryu Boris Dota. Catch him now on Ryu Dota at Twitter. Mr. Allen, welcome back. We're going to see if game number 3 will lead up to expectations. Remaining. It's already been a pretty hype series so far. One so good that has pushed us past our schedule. Remaining. But we'll see if it's going to be Spirit dictating and being more proactive with their own game plan, or if Finem will have any sort of tricks up their sleeves.
Yeah, it's Team Spirit. This will be the third game that we see an OD. The last two games it hasn't worked out, where it's a hero that needs a lot of farm, and it didn't fit at all in the last game, whereas the first game he was able to farm up a lot into the later stages of the game and almost won his team the game. But at the end of the day, they're gonna always pick the Doombringer to counter the OD, it seems like. And I would love for Team AD to... They don't have to change anything up necessarily. All you have to do is ban out the Drow Ranger. And that was the biggest problem last game, is they got pushed to death. As well as the Furion was very annoying. That's why you see it banned out this time around. They're picking the Doom, like I talked about. They're baiting out the Enchantress. That's my biggest thing. They want them to pick the hero. They want Gallblack to play him.
There he is.
No. Yeah.
I was going to be, are we really not going to see it again in the first phase at all? Just completely ignored. I guess Finem just either don't play it or don't value it very highly. Again, going to be going for the Doom over it. And if I'm being honest, I mean, it's not like Spartan's Doom last game was anything really to brag about. So I'm not too sure. It could be changed up. We'll have to see. But I do have to say, on the other side of things, though, Ryu, when I play Earth Spirit, Doom is one of the worst people I hate to go against on the other side. Though at the same moment, if Doom is forced to doom the Earth Spirit, then that means someone else is not going to be doomed and could create a problem where Doom has too many people to doom. But if you're able to take an Earth Spirit out of the fight as well, that could be a big deal. So it is going to be interesting to see what the priorities are for Doom. And I guess if Team Spirit just bulk up more big ultis and more team fight, that he'll just kind of have his hands full with who to kind of take out of the fight, you know what I mean? Yeah,
Earth Spirit's one of those here that absolutely screws over the Doom when he wants to initiate a lot of the times, because I feel like you just place the boulder, silence him. He has a way faster cast animation than the Doom. So that's my biggest problem right now, is giving this Earth Spirit over with an OD in the mid lane. They can absolutely dominate anyone in that mid lane, but we've seen a lot of the ODs handled in the safe lane as of recent for the last 2 series, but don't be passive for Iceberg to play it here in the mid. And what heroes can really counteract the hero? Well, I think Puck is really good in this situation, because you're going against an Earth Spirit, you're going against an OD. I think that's the only option for Team AD right now. There's no other roaming potential they can have for their side.
I think they want to get a Bat Rider. I mean, why else would you ban an Oracle there? Unless they want to pick up Darkseer, maybe. Yeah, Darkseer or Bat Rider. I don't see any other reason why you really ban Oracle in any game.
Maybe well, another reason is the Oracle plus DP combo.
That's true.
So that's true. That's annoying to deal with at times.
That can be very, very good. In this case, though, we'll have to see the benefits of a Bat Rider. You know, Outworld can just Astral up. Earth Spirit can get a quick stun off. Maybe it's better to go for something like the Darkseer instead. Because Spirit could also grab a Darkseer for themselves. Darkseer Earth Spirit is so good. And they've already done them the favor and banned out the Oracle. So, yeah, you got to get the Darkseer to deny it away from Spirit. That was pretty obvious. I mean, if I can make that call, then I'd hope to God.
Well, you said Bat Rider, so.
Well, I said Bat Rider, but then I reevaluated. I'm like, well, Bat Rider's not good because the Astral and Earth Spirit, so it's probably Darkseer. And then I'm like, oh, Darkseer's even better because Spirit will really want it. So you got to deny it as well instead
of.
Yeah, come on, man, give me a break. I barely get any of these kind of things. So.
I was teasing.
Team fight's getting big here for Finem with the Darkseer. Plus, it also offers them a good high ground defense. So if they need to kind of stall things out and give Madara now the Ember Spirit, which looks great this game, we know Ion Shell Ember Spirit is very good as a duo, and they have the benefit of the Doom on their side with the lockdown of Lion. This could be a repeat of the Madara Ember, if they have anything to say about it, but we'll see. Spirit could already preemptively prepare for it, though, and find their own catch opportunities. We'll have to see.
Now, their Team 80 are not going to be outpicked this time around with the Enchantress, so they don't have the Enchantress plus Jaw Ranger lineup. Instead, they're going to go for another heavy hitter. It's not the best to deal with the Darkseer, but you can at least cleave out as best you can the creeps, and it'll help out against that. But not having the Oracle online, Darkseer should be able to have a really good time. I think they want to get Lena here, and yeah, we already talked about the Puck. That was an obvious pick. I mean, there's nothing else. With the Darkseer being first pick, though, I do agree with that. We were like, yeah, Earth Spirit plus Darkseer was going to be great for them. So Team 80, I think they're taking this draft all like by storm right now.
Spirit have an option. They still need to get an offlaner here. Beastmaster had just been banned out. There's still like Tide Hunter creates more, chaos for the Doom to find out who he needs to prioritize and target a bit. Can be difficult though. You have pretty elusive heroes in like the Puck here. Other than that though, Nature's Prophet out. They've already gotten rid of the Broodmother.
I mean, there's Void. Doesn't synergize well with Sven, but he can get a lot done in the offlane.
That's always the first thing. Is everyone says initially, I don't mean to interrupt, is that Faceless Void and Sven are never typically good together, but many teams, including EG, continue to get it together. And you have to look at the other side of it, I guess, is that Void could set up a good chrono, and it just allows the Sven to reposition and get the most out of his, big stun and then cleaving combo, I guess. So he can make it work.
What he can do is he can go on top of the other heroes that are not in the chronosphere, and he can blow them up, or just wait to, like you said, just the positioning factor. And then the other thing is OD is going to be another coupled up complement, as well as the laning phase. Like, that's the biggest thing you pick Void for normally, is to win the laning phase, because they pick a greedy Doom and you're like, oh well, I can just stay in the lane now because Lion's not the best harassing hero, and I'm just going to be able to go to town on this top lane.
Reserve time.
Bat Rider's
they're going to have Bat Rider.
Yeah. Which is good. It provides good catch, and I guess if they're preparing for the idea of an Ember Spirit coming out, which they could still ban out here, Bat Rider does have great catch opportunity. They already have good silence with the Earth Spirit, so there's wonderful chase, and now they're just going to ban it. So I'm curious what the next best option is here for them instead. Now you have to consider going toe-to-toe with the Sven. You have Darkseer. I like the option that some people brought up during Shanghai, because when Sven was really going crazy, one of the few people who could man up against him was Medusa. And Medusa's good against Bat Rider too. Pulls him in, just Stone Gaze. I don't think it'll happen, but we'll have to see what other things they can go man mode with here. Can't really be Ursa.
The hero is really bad against the other two heroes though, because the OD and the Earth Spirit, because you kind of forced to rush the Manta style to take off the silence, and then OD just right clicks, takes all your mana away, all your intelligence. A good hero this game would be...
Was it Slark, maybe? Slark very good against the Bat Rider?
I thought Slark, but then it's not that great against the Sven for man moding. All the other heroes is decent, and then OD is really tanky too, and that's the problem with Slark. You have to just constantly steal those stats to be really effective, and maybe the Juggernaut.
The Jug's good
against the Sven.
Good old Troll Warlord. He can man up against the Sven. Rip. I don't know. Spectre.
All right.
Radiant team pick.
I thought about the hero and I was like, nah, they're not gonna pick that. And they picked it.
Well, it's their one true core for this game. Can't ask for anything better. It's one of the best solo late game cores you can ask for when you're committing for a puck in the mid lane already. And you have the capability of stalling things out with your Darkseer. It offers a good option here, but their peaking window does end up being a bit late, and their lineup overall does require a lot of build-up. Everyone on their team really needs a lot. Ooh, final grab from Spirit is going to be the Silencer. Just a good old support
think
silencer. No
silencer-
classic Illidan silencer here. This is just a go black silencer.
No carry. Sad times. But I was thinking silencer is a good pick. Phoenix was a really good pick. Silencer in this case is just going to be great for the Spectre. If you immediately silence afterwards, then he can't reality into the team fights if he's not fast enough. And normally you want to let the team fights develop over the next 2-3 seconds and to decide who to go on in those big team fights. But in this case, we'll have to do it immediately from Madara, else Goldblack's going to just ulti, not going to be able to come into the team fights. And then on the other side of things, Phoenix, they don't have that many good right clickers here for team
10
AD,
seconds
so could have saw that as well. But game 3, Dakota, who's going to win it?
Who is going to win it? Well, I love the creativity coming out from Spirit being able to grab and commit for that silencer there at the end. Just a nice little signature Goldblack move there at the end. And I am a fan of Earth Spirit. So I got to say, if they get the early game advantage, which their lineup has the capability of doing, with silencer just being one of the best lane zoners in the game, and obviously Earth Spirit being able to make pressure across all lanes at the start, especially the mid lane if not prepared, though they do have a puck. I would definitely give it to Spirit if they can kind of lead off the laning phase well, but if they can't get the ball rolling and things seem to slow down, or for whatever reason Finem have a better start, things will only get better and easier for the Spectre, and an out-of-control farm Spectre this game, I don't know, in my opinion, would lead to some big success.
I think Team Spirit are going to win because of a lot of the reasons you said, and the other one is too the Doom. It can only take out one of the big cores from Team Spirit with the OD or the Sven, and just the other one is just going to go to town on the rest of the heroes of AF, especially when they get the BKBs. There's going to be nothing stopping them. They just don't have enough. Once again, the problem is they don't have enough physical DPS from AF, so it's all reliant on this 10 to 25 minute mark where they're going to try and get kills with the Spectre constantly.
Yeah.
The battle
Bad
begins.
man build-up. So get your phase, your grubs, earn, and you're ready to play. And anytime the haunt is up, you're looking for setup right there. And as we get things underway here, it is game number 3, Team Spirit versus Finem. Winner moves on into the grand final of this European qualifier, and they will await their opponent, which will be the winner of our next upcoming series, which is the Danish Bears versus the Vega Squadron. It will be starting a bit late because the series did go on a bit longer than we expected, but nonetheless, here we are, and Goldblack begins his journey, and he gets the level 1 Glaives of Wisdom, and that is a real pain in the ass. He's just going to continue for very cheap mana to right-click down Skylark here. Skylark already made the commitment, of course, for the level 1 Ion Shell, so he'll just have to eat tangos and just kind of take the damage here, but Goldblack will also have to be careful. If he somehow sneaks him into a creep wave and has double Ion Shell, I mean, he has to buy. He's use a Fairy Fire here, man. He is playing this one very close to danger here, and now they almost might get a turnaround here for Skylark. Illidan wants it real bad. Does have a mango. 3 seconds. He'll eat that mango and get a kill, but nice juking here from Skylark. Gets a salve off, and he'll be good to go.
Yeah, and you can see at the other side of things, they're trying to make a play on Always Wanna Fly in the top lane, trying to go on Madara. Because they have this Funnic Bat Rider, he's able to he's not getting pressured enough. He has the boots of travel. They picked the greedy Spectre into this, and once they have level 2, Bat Rider could be the king at this top lane.
Spartan is also joined in on this bottom lane shenanigans, and with an Ion Shell on this Doom with Scorched Earth, he can get in your face real fast, so this could prove to be a bit of a problem here for Spirit, and does allow some sense of security here for the Darkseer to kind of have a good farming start, and Spartan can even use this Ion Shell to kind of get what he needs from the jungle in the meantime. But we check out back at mid lane, the OD continues to astral up this puck a bit and benefit from the right-click damage here. He's king of the net worth at 7 and 5, matching up with the Sven neck and neck. Puck still at 5 and 3, is kind of getting etched out a little bit. But top lane, roll in from Always Wanna Fly. Good connection here for Madara, but now he needs help. Lion's going to be able to connect the stun for Funnic, but not going to be able to get the catch for Always Wanna Fly. In the end, Funnic will get the kill, and they're looking for more. Always Wanna Fly goes in, has that Orb of Venom, but that will be the end of it, and it will be Team Spirit who strike first in Game 3.
Just this pressure is being put on because they don't have the Doom constantly staying top. He went for the bottom lane aggression. They could have potentially got some kills onto the Gallblack, but that's the problem right now. It's Sven. He's going to be able to see CS a little bit better than the Spectre, and that could be the biggest problem, right? We talked about this early game situation where you have to get farm constantly on the Spectre. He needs to have that quick earn. Gonna have to be. You can't just have bottom lane.
They're running. They tried to go for the block there on the Goblack. Not going to be able to get it. The Inferno Blade does fly. It does big damage on the Goblack, but they're not going to be able to chase him down for the finish. And instead, Spartan will be the one to eat the chunk of damage here. Illidan still holds that Mango, so don't put it past him to quickly chomp that thing down and look for a quick turnaround kill, especially once he starts, if he does consider leveling it up any further. In the meantime, though, we'll kind of get the lane back for himself, and Spartan will have to take the long walk all the way back. Mid lane, always want to fly. Now Park looking for the roll. Gonna get connection here. Too early with the boulder smash, but obviously Thug was fast to react to be able to kind of get the shift all together. That's one of those things where it is feasible to be able to get the roll off, and then you can technically do your kick and pull while rolling. So maybe if he kind of had the stun ready to go right as he landed, but even then, it's just it's very difficult against the puck. He's just so freaking elusive, man. Silence would make it a lot easier, but you typically don't get the silence to level 4, which, you know, he's almost there.
Sometimes I see in some games where they... Oh, biggest problem, top lane, here we go, roll in.
Kick, stun, roll in, right clicks will lead to kill, but Funnick is also in trouble for this one. Tries to chomp through a Fairy Fire, but that is not going to be enough. Both Madara with the help of a dagger, and now Spartan making his appearance in the top lane will assist in that one. Always want to fly, will take the walk out, had the rolling boulder, so no pursuit will happen. And the mid laners are back to trading up right now. Iceberg going toe-to-toe with Thug on this. There's the roll. Ooh, just short of a connection because of that small little jaunt forward. But maybe next time was here to rotate in just in case shit went down. So they're going to be fine, and we're back to still our 2-1 spread for Team Spirit here. That's not the end of it. Always want to fly is close to trouble. Yeah, he's trading off some wards here, but maybe next time he's already up in his face. Funnick shows up now, goes for the flight, and he's going to try to stalk down this lion. And Thug can't really do much to stop it. He has nothing off cooldown, and that's just an easy lion takeoff. And now Spartan moves in, and yeah, the roll block off is going to be there, and Spartan is going to be able to get the return fire, taking off always want to fly. Back and forth we go. Spirit continue to just barely etch ahead with the kills here, now 3-2.
Yeah, that Inferno Blade stopping the rolling boulders helps out tremendously. So this is going to be interesting to see how things develop in the next, 3-4 minutes, as the Spectre has now gotten level 6. He's going to have his phase boots soon, and Funnick, he looked like he was having a good time in the offlane. He's 3-1 right now. He went for that bottle, but he's not going to be anywhere near reaching his Blink Dagger anytime soon. So this is the time for AF to make a lot of pressure. Thug.
Ooh, early roll in from Always Want to Fly. They tried to cut him off, but yeah, there was a conflict of spell synergy. They're trying to cut off both paths here. Nicely done. Thug can't go to the orb. That will leave him with Always Want to Fly, and the Orb of Venom tick will slow him down enough. That was very well played there from Team Spirit. Good Delta spell.
Yeah, he could have orbed up this way. That would have probably secured his life. Unfortunately, it didn't go that way.
It's just one of those things in that moment where you have to make a heads-up play.
The heat of the moment, right?
Well, maybe next time here. Could be in trouble. Always Want to Fly, man. He's doing Earth Spirit right. Just non-stop thrills and kills here. Top lane next. Waiting for the roll. Oh, a haunt does come out, so the jig is up. Will there be a commitment? It's on bottom lane where they get the catch quickly, taking down Goblack and looking for the fall for Illidan, and they're going to get it. Spartan, double kill for him, man. He'd been a struggling series. Game 1 and 2, he'd been the real punching bag, but now look at this. His Doom 4-0. The return of the Spartan is here.
Yeah, it's like when you play a Pudge support or something along those lines, if you don't get those kills, you're not going to have a very good time in developing your items. But this time, starting off really good. He's not going to be shut down at all. And they finally brought down the Sven, and that's really good because they put on so much pressure there in the bottom lane for the first 6 or 7 minutes, but they got 0 kills. Now they did. Now they're pressuring the tower. Illidan just TP'd in here.
He He TP'd in.
Oh.
He cannot chop down the trees and make it away. He's going to be forced to go into God's strength here. Dishes out the stun now. Will catch off too nicely. Iceberg drops the Sanity's Eclipse, gets a good save of the Astral for Illidan, and it leads to a beautiful double kill for Iceberg.
The Astral damage? Are you serious? The one-time Astral damage kills somebody nearby. What a play. And you never see ODs TPing at times, but that was a really well played. You normally just want to farm up in the mid lane, and normally you see the puck getting aggressive, but it's OD here for Iceberg. Really well played.
I mean, it's an OD, but he's playing it the same as if he was playing the Qual or the puck in any other case, and goes right to work with his ultimate here, something that Thug might need to do for his own team. For now, just kind of jungle camping to make up for the lack of farm, I guess, for himself, or at least where he wants to be at this moment. But he has Coil good to go. Looks like KotLGuy is going to be going down again in the bottom lane. They just are able to kind of get the jump onto him, and he's pretty much made a paper mache at this point. Silencer isn't anything to kind of brag about at the start. He has great zoning potential, but once they kind of muscle out of the laning phase, he can be pretty damn fragile until he gets farmed for himself.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Meanwhile, bottom lane, gonna have a TPN. Looks like they want to try and hold this bottom tower, but with Skylark here, Ion Shell can push out the creep wave, and because they TP'd in already with Always Wanna Fly, yeah, he's just gonna have to run away. The TP reaction is gonna take too long.
Kick, pull, silence. Doom tries to make a jump there for the Earth Spirit. Might even commit to Doom on that one, but Always Wanna Fly is gonna be able to roll away. And it looks like Finem will be able to pick up their first tier 1 tower there in the bottom lane. Now attention back towards this mid lane. Have yet to see Thug commit the coil yet. If help was to rotate in, it could make it a lot easier, but the help is only on the side of Spirit for this one. Even KotLGuy looking to get involved here. Still doesn't have his global, as he's only level 5, but he'll be able to find his way soon enough. And the urn now done for Madara. One more step in the Badman program. And my god, look at this stack, man. Always Want to Fly even building it up here. This Sven, Illidan, he's got some farm coming his way here. I don't know where he's going to invest it all. Could just hold the Morbid Mask in the meantime and build up for like an early Yasha or something, but we'll have to see.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing coming out from this stack is Always Wanna Fly is going to get his level 6.
Oh, for sure.
So,
oh, Magnetize is here.
Now they have Magnetize as well as Global Silence almost online, and AF not having that puck with the Blink Dagger, it's kind of hurting them. I thought once Madara got his urn, they would immediately smoke up and try to make something happen, but just content for farming a little bit more mid lane.
Mid lane, they get a good steal here on the Thug, a double kick stun, and even a silence is there. Astral, buyback comes out from the puck. Return to the mid lane now. We could see the first big team fight here, but Spartan eating a lot of damage. The Magnetize connects beautifully, and he continues to drop the rocks here on this one. Has another stone. Can't chain it off another Magnetize, though. We'll kick it with the Boulder Smash instead, and they get a beautiful double kill for Illidan on this one. Spartan's going to be able to get the turnaround takedown there for Always Wanna Fly. Meanwhile, Thug could be the next target. Oh, is not going to be able to shift away from the stun. Goes down. Orb flies out, but his dead little fairy body is not going to be able to make the jump to it. Turns into what looks like a 3-for-1. Make it 4 if you count the buyback. It's a dieback for the puck in this case. Spartan was able to barely make it back to the base on this one, but a successful first lasso gank coming out from Team Spirit.
And those are the kind of plays that lose your team the game early on, and pretty much for the next 10 minutes now, Puck is going to have to heavily rely on the rest of his team giving him the kills so he can have a Blink Dagger. And oh boy, he's got 700 gold. I'm just figuring out that is one of those plays that make you look like a hero or a zero. And right now, you just got to be scratching your head if you're Thug right now.
He's so far behind, and coming off of that Windrunner Game 1 showing. My apologies, Wind Ranger, by the way. And now being on this puck.
Windrunner forever.
Windrunner forever, man. I'm never going to forget my immersion. Mid lane, jump on Spartan here. Lassoed up, pulled back into Iceberg, and he's going to bop him on the head. Boom, bang, bong, Astral, see you later. Mega kill for Iceberg on this one. And this might be the most dominating game of the series if it keeps up like this. It looks like Lion does have an invis. Lion can't do it alone.
10 seconds for Haunt.
Okay, Haunt, he's got Finger. Counting the clock here. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3,
It's a
2,
final
1.
countdown.
Get Illidan. Now. He's going to mid lane. And the opportunity will be gone. Just not sure if they'd be able to get it done, I guess. Instead, he'll take the moment to drop down a pretty nice deep ward here. And they'll continue to be able to scout out Illidan. While the rest of Finem press towards this mid lane. Thug just trying to grind his way back towards a Blink Dagger wall. On the other side, you have Iceberg here, who's just flexing his new Rod of Atos. Jealous, bro. Okay, smoke play here. Looks like they might round the corner and catch out Illidan from behind if possible. Oh, Illidan. They're on the high ground. Always want to fly, though, and a good spot to get off a good stun. We'll get it on for the Doom. There's going to be the roll-in. They're going to pop it off. There's going to be the Magnetize. He can chain it right now between everyone else, but he is going to get hexed up. Quickly, Astral saved. Illidan was the first to fall here, so a successful gank, but can the redemption be there for Spirit, or will it be all for AF? And it might be. They just quickly take out 3. Finem will look to retreat here. Funnick does have the lasso, but can only bring him back for Iceberg. So he's looking for one grab on the way back. It's going to be on for Skylark. Pulls it right to Iceberg. Iceberg going to hit him once here, but no Sanity's Eclipse. Not enough damage to get the Darkseer down. First big promising fight of the game so far for Finem. And, well, this will secure them over a nearly 2.5 thousand gold swing.
Yep, really well played. I thought they were going to have the turnaround potential since they weren't able to get the Doom off, and Goldblack had a really nice global there, but yeah, just not being there in time with everyone really caught them off guard with that smoke. So really well played coming in from Team AF, taking advantage of the positioning there in the mid lane. But still at the end of the day, Sven is still farming like a monster. They have to keep that pressure up, but they're making the plays deep into the jungle without having Spectre Han. I kind of like the idea. Normally you would say, oh, they don't have Han up, so they're not going to make this play, but you still have the ultis online for the Puck, the Doom. Here we go.
Oh, but the Puck has been spotted now by the Purge creep. And he's purging him.
Purge forever.
He's purging him. Purges up again. He's going to hustle for him, but Doom walks in and is like, you're now my little creep. Fire him on down, and the opportunity will be lost for AF to make any sort of jump towards that mid lane, and they'll just have to wash their hands of it and find an opportunity elsewhere. The third foundation build-up item here for the Spectre is now complete before he makes the push for that first big luxury item. He picks up the drums and now has a lot of takiness. I mean, you're talking with the urn and the drums. This is why the Spectre just loves to be able to take those fights, man. He's just got the durability to fall back behind him. Put it with the phase and abilities there.
You don't have to go for that lifesteal to jungle because you have these urn charges that you're talking about, and it's so nice to have when you're just wanting to farm everywhere on the map. So, meanwhile, on the other side of things, now you have Funnick. He's completed his first round with the 4 staff completed here. He's online. They can make these pickoffs, and it should be a lot easier for them.
Here they smoke and they go, but the rest of AF are hanging around this mid lane towards the bottom. If Spirit can come in from above, they can definitely find the setup here. It looks like Funnick has changed course. He's going to head towards this mid lane. If he gets the jump for Thug, oh, this could be a travesty. This Puck continues to work. He's so close to the Blink Dagger, and he's still not going to be able to get it. Spartan could be the next target here. They've already dropped the Magnetize. There is the Sanity's Eclipse, and it just shreds through the team. Stun will connect here for Skylark, and so will the Boulder Smash. Earth Spirit will pick up that one. 3 go down from the side of Finem. Lion will be forced to retreat. Dara can't do a whole lot of extra on top of it, and Spirit will just take this momentum towards the Roche Pit and claim the Aegis.
Man, that was like, yeah, he's pinging. He's like, what? He was envisioned right here for the longest time. It's daytime. They made that smoke. He made that play. And there was 3 AFK heroes. It's not even on a Puck either. You had the time to react with the Lion over here. The Puck was here. Nobody turned around or did anything. They were AFK. Maybe they were talking about smoke ganking. I don't know. They were not prepared for that Bat Rider at all, even though it was in plain daylight.
Yep, totally caught off guard, and that leads to the immediate fall, and the Puck is going to have to go back to the grind again to just try to get this Blink Dagger here. Iceberg picks up his Blink Dagger just before it, but he already has a whole other item ahead of the game here. He's top of the net worth at 8.2K. That puck down there and below at 3.8. My God, like well over double. So a catch-up is certainly in order here. If, though, AF can find their big fight for themselves, there is certainly a bit of a rubber band factor. Not like the good old days of the huge rubber bands, but there's certainly a little bit of an extra bounty waiting in a team fight with the net worth advantage that Team Spirit already have this game. It's just a matter of finding the right target, and it looks like they're thinking about an opportunity to make it go possibly on Illidan here in this top lane, but it ain't going to come easy without blinks yet, and they need about 5 more seconds for the haunt to be ready to go.
Funix on the hunt. Might get Skylark way too far away.
Way too far. Big deep
Needs another.
commitment. Just a tier 1 will be taken. And they'll take themselves back. In the meanwhile, AF were able to defend their top tier 1. Their bottom tier 1 still stands as well. And Team Spirit just confident. They're playing the most of the map. It's not even 20 minutes, and they nearly have a 10K net worth advantage. They know that they're the bigger, swoller team right now. And they're just going to play the game and farm more of the map while they have the opportunity. They have Illidan to kind of fall back on here for his Sven after completing his SMY.
They got Madara.
Bottom lane. He gets easily pulled back. They got the global silence, so he can't make it out from trouble. And the Spectre will go down. Spartan on a hot chase here, man. He's got the surge. Still can't make it close enough. Funnick is just dancing around him at this point, and will get slowly burnt up. Flame break, bounce back right for Iceberg. Astral will be the finishing blow. Thug steps in, gets off a nice coil, but gets hit up with the boulder smash. There's the silence follow-up, and Iceberg drops the Sanity's Eclipse. He'll be able to clear out the secondary kill. Skylark will be taken down, and it's going to be 4 all day. Going down from the side of AF here. And all the meanwhile, Illidan is just doing his own thing. Top lane, he'll push and take a tier 2. Everything up is just coming up roses for Team Spirit in Game 3.
And everything's falling apart for AF. And meanwhile, they might be able to make the catch on top lane here, but with Lion positioning himself so far back here, didn't go for the wraparound. Illidan's not going to get caught out, and I don't know if they're going to stop with just one tower in the bottom lane, but they should. They'll just back out. They don't have Illidan with them, but man, oh man. They just try to go for these greedy plays after they get somebody picked off. With the Spectre there, didn't work out for them. Should have just backed off and counted their blessings. Nobody else died, but I don't know how you get back into this game if you're AF. You're just going to constantly get picked off like this.
Funnick gets a nice grab on the Spartan here, as mentioned, and that will lead to a quick demise of the Doom. 35 seconds will be put onto the sidelines for this one. Spirit, though, continue to take every little bit they can. Now quickly boosted up to a 15K net worth advantage. Happy to dictate the pace of the game. We have to start looking at what the fallback plan is here. Thug, great. Absolutely happy for him that he's finally able to get his Blink Dagger, but it just feels a bit too late at this point in the game when he should already be throwing together his next set of items, or whether it be the Yules or whatever else.
Yeah, Yules is 100% this game next.
But
he maybe go back for the treads for some stats. Desperately needs even some better farming. Like if he had treads in this game, even a magic wand, he could have maybe survived a lot more of the early times. With his 1 and 5 here, it's not looking pretty for him. Everything's on the back of the Spectre, and like I talked about, once you're on the back foot of Sven and OD, they just build their BKBs. They can just do what they did last game for Team Spirit. You just farm for the next 10-15 minutes, and there's absolutely nothing Team AF can do. They're just going to lose.
Illidan has enough pretty much to buy out his BKB if that is what he's saving for. It looks like it is. He grabs it up right now. OD had just completed him, so he has a shiny, fresh 10 seconds to work with here. It looked like AF had made a smoke movement towards the bottom side of the woods, but they'll quickly see that Spirit are actually towards the mid lane. Ooh, Funnick loses his smoke, then makes a jump back in, and it's going to be on Spartan, and this Doom is going to be taken out of the equation in the blink of an eye. 40 seconds will be put out of the game, no buyback for him, and Spirit go right to the tier 2 here. They'll take it down, and they still have plenty of big boy ultimates to work with. And, oh, they've even spotted out the little Lion here. They jump up to the high ground, they roll in there, and they just beat him apart. They take his wallet and everything. It's just a sight to behold. Double kill for Always Wanna Fly. Spirit are really on the up and up.
Dire's middle tower
Funix
is under
Aetherlens has
attack.
just done so much work in the first game as well as this one. He's managed to blink not perfectly on the top of heroes. That's the problem, right? And so what allows for that error is this
Dire's middle
Aetherlens.
tower has
So
fallen.
he's just catching people by the nick of their teeth, and Doom once again going down for Spartan. They just don't have the initiation. Oh, there
Here
we
it
go.
is. What could be the final hurrah for AF? A jumping coil leads up to Thug getting stunned and silenced, and everyone else getting cleaved apart from Illidan, who just rushes right through. Doesn't care about no pesky wall from Darkseer. Quickly slashes apart the Lion. Spartan barely alive. The stone is going to be dodged, but that silence will catch Skylark there. Forced right into a buyback. The Astral will be the nail in the coffin
Dead by
here
Astral.
for Madara. He has no buyback. And I think Team Spirit might have been able to close this series out. They started the series losing game number 1, but making a good comeback in games 2 and 3, and they've just secured their spot in the grand final of the European qualifier.
I think both these last 2 games were kind of an outpick for the side of Team Spirit, where you have the Doom on the other side, but it was just way too greedy both times from AF. It's like they changed their playstyle completely for the next 2 games when they didn't necessarily have to. They got extra greedy against Team Spirit, who loves to run the greed lineup, who plays these 2 big cores, and they just didn't have physical damage this game as well as last game with their carries and their mid heroes. It's just really weird for me to see, and I don't know if the Doom was. I think just the Doom pick put them at a weird situation in the early game where they thought that they could pick it, but it just didn't work out in both games. And Team Spirit just really well played and really well drafted, in my opinion, in the last 2 games.
We'll see more from Team Spirit tomorrow as they await their opponent in the next round, which is going to be the grand final, as mentioned before. Their next opponent is actually the winner of our next up-and-coming series, which is Danish Bears, going against the Vega Squadron. We're actually already past that start time, so we're probably going to head out from here and head right into that lobby. There'll probably be very little break time from this one. Got to give props,
No
though,
break,
to...
yeah.
No break Dota here. Got to give props to Finem. They put on a hell of a show. They did a hell of a run, and we'll look forward to seeing them more in future qualifiers or future... other tournament events. But as it is right now, we'll get to a break so we can quickly maybe get a snack and use the bathroom. We'll see you back for more Star Ladder I-League Invitational action. Get out there, go pee. We'll see you soon.